Welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for Portland, and it's Grant in at the 4. And looking at the Pelicans, then it's Jones, and it's Williamson in at the power forward position.
Well, this season, a new mascot, new team colors, and a brand new state-of-the-art 50,000 square foot practice facility for the Pelicans. It's not just a new paint job, folks. This is a franchise doing some exciting stuff.
And Portland starts out with the ball. Back to Lillard, the 3, and that one's good. Lillard's got the opening basket of the game for the Trailblazers. And Clark, you mentioned the new colors for the Pelicans. No longer the purple, teal, and gold of the Hornets, but blue, gold, and red from the city flag of New Orleans. He looks pretty good.
It does look good. And remember the other connections. I mean, the blue is featured on the Louisiana State flag. Gold, a Mardi Gras color, of course. You know, and then you think about the connection to the plumage of the brown pelican, which I've studied for years. And then, of course, red. I mean, the red represents... I have no idea what red represents, Kevin.
I'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Doris?
Kevin, he told me that basically on the defensive end, if they can do a good job on their outside shooters, everything else should fall into place. He said, listen, if we can force them to work the ball inside on a consistent basis, we feel like we have an excellent chance to win. We'll see, guys.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
No good from Sharp.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
The pass to Williamson. Feeds it to McCollum. Just 4 to shoot.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Portland's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Lillard attacking. Gives him the lead pass. It's stolen by Jones. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Jones is running. Pass to Ingram. Dishes to McCollum. Passes it to Ingram. He feeds it to McCollum. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Simon defending by Ingram. They get the rebound. Nurkic from the left block. He sends it through.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's McCollum. On the wing, Jones. McCollum defended by Lillard. Fires from the wing. The shot's good from Ingram. Trailblazers leading by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. That's a 2 from Lillard. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
Cullen passes to Williamson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
For Portland, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Lillard gets the screen from Simon. Lillard attacking, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Pelicans on D. 4-point game. Such a wide open look. He's got 6.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
The pass to Williamson. Working on Grant. Fades away. No good from Williamson.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Goes up off the pick. And Valanciunas with the block. And a fast breakdown for the Pelicans. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Portland leading by 7. Pass to Simon. The feed to Lillard. Grant outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys. And the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Pelicans trail by 10. Passes it to Ingram. He dishes it to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. And he lays it straight in.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Portland leading by 8. Grant outside. He passes to Lillard. Back to Grant. Now the pass to Sharp. Trailblazers moving the ball around. No good from Simon. New Orleans is gone 0-2 from deep here.
You know, the Blazers found themselves, guys, near the bottom of the West last season, and typically when that happens, you struggle against the rest of the conference, and that was certainly the case for Portland.
Here's McCollum. Drains the three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 points.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And Lillard kicks to Grant. Releases from 15, and the jumper falls for him. Grant's got his second basket. Portland did have their problems, as you said, Clark, against the West. A big part of it was late in the season. They were beat up and lost their last 13 games of the year. Steve, mostly those losses coming to Western teams.
Well, that was a big slide for them, and you know, they probably made their 18-34 mark in the conference seem probably a little worse than it should have. But look, they were out of the playoffs, they lost their edge, and they were playing a lot of young people. I think this is a team that has a chance to make a big comeback.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Simon, the pass to Grant. Lillard outside. A three-pointer, no good. Pelicans trail by 7. Pass to McCollum. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Maybe that would not. Impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland.
Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. You know, fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Portland has possession, leading by 5. Pass to Little. 6 to shoot. Here's Simon. Portland again missing. And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2012.
And the new training staff is advanced in not just injury treatment, but injury prevention, and that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using instant medicine, so they're not leaving any stone unturned. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block, but that one's going to count.
There's a minute 47 left here in the opening quarter. For the three. Shot is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Number 15. No good off the front iron. Trailblazers leading by 3. Down low. Here's Simon. That's blocked. But they recover it. Portland's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. The three. Shot's good. 9 points in the game so far.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
He kicks to Nance. Daniels. The dish to Nance. Feeds to Murphy from downtown. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And so here's Portland. It's a three-point game. Passed a little. Simon, he's covered by Daniels. Here's Simon, rejected by Daniels. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kicks it to Murphy. With 1 on the clock. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game? How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
The Pelicans trail. Back to Nance. On the wing, Daniels. 5 to shoot. Here's the teardrop. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Portland making a change here.
Kevin Knox.
Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, for Jeremy Lin, 2 seasons ago, it was one of the most abrupt ascents into stardom the league has ever seen. For Lin, though, it wasn't all roses. He said, quote, "I saw how fame changed how people looked at me, and I hated it. I went into a shell. But over time, I was able to get a better perspective." He said, quote, "I won't let any of my friends become a fan. They can support me, but they can't treat me differently than they would treat someone else. And guys, now on a new team, Lin might just be happier now that the hoopla has settled a bit."
Well, Doris, that fan passion can cut both ways. Sometimes you have to take the good with the bad. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Butler's checked in. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Johnson outside. There's a good screen. Tipped. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Number 4, Lewis covering. Like at 6. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Lillard checked in for the Trailblazers.
Lillard.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. New Orleans in the lead.
Young teams, guys, tend to get run over in the Western Conference, and the Pelicans were a young team last year, and guess what? They got run over. In a conference where everybody needs to be tough to even think about the playoffs, New Orleans really was overmatched.
Marshall can't hit. Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Johnson inside. Defended by Marshall. For 3. There's the bucket. Good. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Clark, as you said, with the Pelicans last year in their final year as the Hornets, you know, the West just ate them alive as they put up a 15-37 record, Steve, against the rest of the conference.
And it wasn't just any one division. It was every division in the West. But look, the conference was loaded. The Pelicans, or at least I should say the Hornets, at the time were a young team. They weren't going anywhere, not enough talent. But they're on the rise now. They've added some significant talent.
Now here's Lewis. Dishes it to Daniels. He feeds it to Valanciunas. He passes it to Murphy. He kicks it to Lewis. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Lillard. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Portland's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. And there's the pass to Knox. The feed to Lillard. Front pass the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Murphy's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Marshall kicks to Murphy. He dishes it to Marshall. New Orleans moving it around. And here's Daniels. Releases. And it's New Orleans scoring again. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Johnson. Pass to Lillard. From deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And that's now 8 points for Lillard.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Daniels with it. Back to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Nice defense from Lillard.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure. I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Daniels gets a screen from Valanciunas. Daniels dishes to Valanciunas. Now Daniels. Pass to Marshall. On the wing, Daniels. With his first shot attempt, it's rebounded by Knox. Trailblazers leading by 3. Feeds it to Butler. The dish to Lillard. Back to Butler. Passes to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
You know, guys, Portland had one of the worst benches in the history of the league last season. You know, they didn't get much contribution there. It was almost like they went into every game playing 5 versus 12.
Pelicans trailed by 6. McCollum kicks to Jones. He feeds it to McCollum. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 8 points. Well, as Clark was talking about when referring to the Blazers, the bench scoring was a big problem for them as they didn't have anyone really outside the starting 5 that Steve could be counted on for 7 points or more a game.
Yeah, look, the NBA game is 48 minutes long. It's tough to survive for those full 4 quarters when you have no offensive punch off the bench. But I think this offseason they added a lot of firepower, a lot of scoring in reserve. And we'll see if that makes a difference for this team this year. And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
Knox the pass to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Grant. Lillard attacking. There's the pass to Sharp. Just 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been 3-pointers.
Jones with the screen on Lillard. Pass to Ingram. Kicks to McCollum. From deep. And another 3 for New Orleans.
The defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
Passes it to Sharp. Dishes it to Lillard. He kicks it to Grant. And Portland again with the bucket.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
Well, they should be winning. Shooting the ball like that, this is a very efficient offense we're seeing out of this club.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. They trail by 3.
This basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for it.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
The big story in New Orleans, guys, is the change of the name. From the Hornets, a name that came with the team when they relocated from Charlotte, to the brand new Pelicans. Now, Pelicans might not be the most intimidating name around the league, but it does have a nice and special connection to the city and state.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Simon. Good D by Jones. Well, Clark, and I really didn't know you knew this much about birds, but the brown pelican is indeed the state bird of Louisiana. Their numbers have rebounded dramatically after being hard hit by the Gulf spill. So a representation of the city's triumph, Steve, over great adversity.
Well, I'm happy it was something that is connected to the city. I'm talking about the name of the Pelicans because, remember, originally this team was known as the Jazz, and that made sense. Utah Jazz made no sense. New Orleans Hornets made no sense. New Orleans Pelicans make sense, guys.
Grant, that's good.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Now here's McCollum, defended by Lillard. McCollum passes to Ingram, and there's the feed to Valanciunas.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Simon, the pass to Grant. Simon, defended by Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Snatched away. Lots of room. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
He lobs it up.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
No good from Valanciunas. It's a tie game in New Orleans. And it's time now for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll be back shortly to get the second half underway.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Damon Bruce, and welcome to halftime. The Pelicans putting up a heck of a fight. Points in the paint, definitely in their favor. They stayed in attack mode down low. But the Trailblazers getting after it as well. And give them credit defensively. They're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. It's been one outstanding game from McCollum.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
The pass to Ingram. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Sharp, defended by Jones. Lillard outside. That's good. Lillard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Portland. The Pelicans trail. Now here's McCollum. He passes to Williamson. Some solid defense from Grant.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Clock at 6. Pass to Sharp, defended by Ingram. It's blocked.
Boy, in a close game especially, those plays really hurt.
New Orleans has guarded the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Sharp, the pass to Lillard. Simon, defended by Ingram. He dishes it to Lillard. 6 to shoot. Uncovered. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And now a 4-point Portland lead.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Valanciunas dishes to Jones. Stolen by Grant. And here they come. Passes to Sharp. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 5 points in the game.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Now, here's Valanciunas. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Ingram, defended by Simon. Ingram gets the 14-foot of the ball.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
And the pass to Sharp. The dish to Grant. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Williamson. Outside, Jones. Fades back. That's the bucket. 13 points in the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet. Pelicans ended up being the name that New Orleans chose when it was all over. I like the new look uniforms, but they had some other options as well that sounded pretty good to me. How about the brass? Because it gives nod to the music that New Orleans has popularized.
Feeds to Valanciunas. Defended by Nurkic. 8 feet away. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
It's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Well, definitely a nice sounding name. Other options were the Swamp Dogs, the Bull Sharks, the Mosquitoes. Steve, all in all, you have to think they went the right way with the Pelicans.
I don't know. My personal favorite was the Rougarou. I don't even know what that means, but that was in the mix. Would have puzzled a lot of other people around the country besides me, but better than Mosquitoes, that's for sure. Pelicans was probably the right way to go.
Now Grant, after the miss 3 from McCollum. Lillard with it, now defended by McCollum. Unloads from 9. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's the screen. Here's Ingram. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And during the timeout, both coaches get a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
And so here is New Orleans after the Trailblazers pick up 2. And it's sent back by Grant. Simon, the pass to Little. Passes it to Simon. From 12 feet out. Nance with the rebound.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And Portland has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Now the pass to Little. Simon, defended by Ingram. Here's Simon, rejected by Jones, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Pass to Ingram. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Guys, it's no surprise that a young team like the Blazers found it difficult sledding on the road. Not quite the experience or edge needed to put together good performances on a nightly basis away from home.
That free throw good from Ingram. Well, for the Blazers, statistically, they played as close as you could ask for as to when they played at home, but they didn't really have the roster to protect the rim and Steve forced turnovers, which is always a big help on the road.
Yeah, their interior defense was a problem last year. A lot of teams just ate them up, particularly when Portland would go out on the road. That's one of the reasons they finished 11-30. You have to be able to defend at a high level to win away from home.
Here's the screen. Winslow covered by Nance. Nance, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Portland with the ball. To tie. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
4 of the last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Grant's checked in. Screen by Grant. Here's Simon, and he banks in the layup. 13 points in the game.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
The Pelicans have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Passes it to Ingram. For the lead. That's good. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right. But 7 lead changes already.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Little passes to Simon. 6 on the shot clock. The finger roll finish at the bucket. 15 points in the game.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Number 15. Tries again. And ends with the layup. .158 left in the third quarter. Back to Grant. The pass to Simon. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Pass to Jones. Six to shoot. Ingram, defended by Little. The shot's good from Ingram. And now a 3-point New Orleans lead.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Back to Grant. Pass to Simon. Winslow covered by Nance. Here's Simon. Misses the deep 3-point attempt.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Ingram passes to Jones. Takes a 3. Pass to Ingram. Second shot opportunity. Can't hit. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Little passes to Simon. He feeds it to Grant. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Simon. And too long on the shot.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pelicans ahead, leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Grant outside. And there's the pass to Simon. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap from the defense.
New Orleans has gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Ingram passes to Jones. Ingram is guarded by Johnson. Back to Jones. Pulls it up. Off the left rim and out. The Trailblazers shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Grant with a screen on Nance. Number 2, covered by Nance. Kicks to Grant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Well, for New Orleans, shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Pass to Ingram. Fires it up. Jump shot is good. He's got 21. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Number 4, defended by Ingram. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And Portland making a change here. Simon, the pass to Nurkic. Gets it to go. Here's Jones. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Passes it to Nurkic. He kicks it to Grant. The pass to Nurkic. Johnson off the bench from Nurkic. Johnson dishes to Grant. Back to Johnson. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
And so here's New Orleans. It's a one-point game. And the basket by Jones. Went right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Here's Grant after the made shot from Jones. Number 4. And again, it's Portland converting.
He's not their first option, but not a bad fallback either.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's Ingram. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The first one falls. McCollum's checked in for the Pelicans. Both free throws good from Ingram. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Simon, defended by McCollum. The feed to Johnson. He passes to Simon. Pass to Nurkic. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
McCollum kicks to Murphy. Jones. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. He dishes it to McCollum. pick by Murphy. Here's Ingram. Here's Valanciunas. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
You didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. The dish now to Lillard. Three-pointer. Pelicans pull it in. Valanciunas has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. McCollum with the ball. Now defended by Simon. Plenty of space. No good from Ingram.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Sharp defended by Jones. Sharp the pass to Lillard. Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Lillard outside. Portland no good that time either. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Jones dishes to McCollum. Back to Jones. Feeds it to Murphy. Passes to Ingram. Kicks it to Murphy. Pulls up. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Simon, the pass to Lillard. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
You know, quite honestly, Kevin and Steve, I mean, this game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Well, then let's root for overtime. Why not?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You have to like what we're seeing from Simon.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Now, here is Murphy. Tries to save it. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Pelicans making a change here. The Trailblazers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And Lillard kicks to Grant. Lillard left side. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Pass to McCollum. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. He feeds it to Jones. Pocket 4. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. They get it again. Here's Valanciunas. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Valanciunas has got 6 here in this quarter.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the time out and give yourself a chance to regroup.
I like this. I like the way it's feel. Let's go.
It's a thin line between paper and hate. Friends and snakes growing over Earl Grey.
Nurkic passes to Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
The pass to Sharp. This is to Grant. Some solid defense there from Valanciunas. The Pelicans trail. There's the lob to the hoop. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. For Portland, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 3. 1:29 left in the fourth. Stolen by Lillard. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end. They're going for the throat now. I mean, a few more trips like that one, and we might be able to put this one in the books.
Outside, Jones. Here's Ingram. Money from the wing. 27 points for him. Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 4. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
So important in the fourth quarter to make shots. He's 5 for 7, really answering the bell.
Oh, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Now, here's Grant. Passes it to Simon. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Offensive rebound, and he commits the intentional foul.
I think his ability to run the pick and roll is practically unrivaled. He sets great screens, hardly ever gets called for moving his feet for an offensive foul, and then he reads the defender and makes a play from there.
And once he rolls out of the screen, which he does quite well, he's flawless as a finisher if he gets the ball inside.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good from Ingram.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
And that's an intentional foul. 2 shots. first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. And both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And I'll tell you what, those 2 free throws give them some much-needed breathing room, guys. It's now a 2-possession game.
Timeout call here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And obviously time is the big factor here, guys. They need to get points fast and then go for the steal, and if not, a quick foul.
Hard as it is, you just have to hope the guy you send to the line doesn't convert.
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. McCollum defended by Lillard. He kicks to McCollum. Now the feed to Jones. Here's Williamson. Count! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Can't pass up that kind of look.
There's 10 seconds left in the game. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Well, you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And you got to think those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Jones for 3, offline. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. As we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
Last year I made $7 million, didn't have to do a single fucking show. Should I told my niggas up at Coca-Cola for the check that cut me at the Super Bowl? On my life moments is a Super Bowl. A nigga Dr. Dre, he got a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey, that's the perks you get from being super dope. This is real life, ain't no act in it. All these rap niggas, they be Brad Pitt. Every little thing I do is mad different. Got my little cousin playing badminton. Gave my little bro a quick 50 piece, he got the whole motherfucking trap hitting. I've been stacking up all these assets, keep me hunched up and then he back.
Yeah.